Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So here I am back with another Tableau software video. So in today's session we will be designing this beautiful dashboard from scratch to end. And our today's topic is e-commerce sales dashboard year to date sales analysis. We also called it as current year sales analysis. And this complete dashboard will be operated by using two dynamic filters or two quick filters. So first one is the market filter. So whenever I'm changing the market, you can see the dashboard is changing accordingly with respect to that market, as well as we have customer segment. So whenever I am clicking the filters, you can see it is changing its values. So apart from these two quick filters, I have also used the action filters, which are very much popular in Tableau. So you can see this donut chart. Whenever I am clicking any of the member, you can see the values are changing with respect to that as well, right? So we will be designing this complete dashboard in from scratch to end in Tableau. And you can see I have used different KPIs, different spark lines, different charts. So we will see design of each and every chart. You will be learning the more complex formulas in this, that is complex LOD formulas, some another formulas, some tips and tricks as well. So before wasting time, we will start the design of this particular dashboard. And before starting, I request you all to share this video, to like the video, and to subscribe my channel. So let's start. So we will be opening a new Tableau file, and we will be connecting to our data. So the data which we will be using is a CSV file. So for we all know, for CSV file we will be using a text file connector, and we will be using this data. So for you to practice this particular dashboard, I will be adding the link in the YouTube description box to download this particular data set. So for now I will open this, and you can see there is only one single file available. So it is taking automatically it into the data pane, and we can see the metadata of this particular file. Here we have 20 fields and around 1,15,000 of rows are available. And the data you can see here, yeah, and I will add in the Excel file. So you can study the data, and then you can start your analyzing. So before wasting much time, I will start the design of first sheet, that is we will be designing the sales KPI, right? So for designing the sales KPI, what I will do, I will take the order date and I will put it into the columns, right? So you can see we have the data of year 2016 and 17, and as we are only designing the year to date sales analysis, so the latest data or the date available for it for us is 2017. So we will be only focusing on 2017 data, right? So filter out this 2017, what we will do, we will take this particular field and we will put it into the filters, and we will go to the years and we will be showing the data for 2017 itself, right? So I will change from year, I will go to month, and you can see the continuous month we have from January to December, right? So then next we will be showing the sales KPI. So we will be taking the sales and we will put it into the rows. So we are getting one spark line, or we can say the line chart, right? So we don't want the access. So what we will do, we will go ahead and hide this, and this as well, and we will change the color to the black, right? So now we have got the spark line, but we want the sales values here, that is year to date sales, right? So now to get the year to date sales, there are different ways. So we will be using, or there are different calculations to determine the year to date sales. But for my design, or for this particular dashboard design, I will be using a LOD, right? So we will be using a LOD calculation. So I will name it as year to date sales, and I will name it as LOD to just understand that this particular sales has been determined by using a LOD calculation. So for this, I will be using a fixed LOD calculation. I will put colon here, and I will be using the aggregation as sum, and in that I will be using if statement condition. So I'll be using if the year of order date, right? So if year of order date, that is if year of order date is 2017, so we have to match this year of order date to 2017, because our current year is 2017. I will be using is equal to, and to match this I will be using one more LOD here, that is a fixed LOD, only it is a fixed LOD. So I will be using a max function for this, and I will be taking the maximum date from the order date, right? So I will be using the order date again. So maximum of order date, and not only maximum of order date, I will be using maximum of year of order date, right? So we want the year of this particular date. I will closing the parenthesis, then I will close this particular curly bracket for this particular max function, right? And then we want what sales, right? And we will end this, and we will end this particular bracket, as well as we will end this particular curly bracket, right? So you can see the calculation is valid. So what we have done here is I will increase the size of this particular thing. You can see we use the fixed calculation, and if year of order date, right? So if year of order date is equal to the maximum of order date, right? So what is maximum? This will give us the 2017 value by default, because you are using the max function. So if this is matching with this particular thing, that is 2017, will be taking the year as 2017, then only we will be getting the sales. So they will be getting the year to date sales. So now if your data is current data, right? So if you are working on current data, that is you are working in 2022 data, so instead of using this function, you could have used here a today function, right? So like year of today, right? We can, instead of taking year of order date, you could have taken year of today, that is 2022, and it will be automatically matching with your particular date field, right? But if it is not there, if it is a historical data, we will have to use this particular function, right? So I will click on OK. Then I will take this particular thing and I will put it into the details, right? So I have put it into details because we want this particular sales in where, in this particular title. So I will name this as sales. Then I will take from insert, I will go ahead and I will take this year to date sales. I will click on apply. You can see the sales has been displayed over here. So now next thing is what we have to design this particular year on year sales, right? Like from with respect to previous year, how much the sales of this current year has been increased or decreased by how many percentage, right? So for that we will be using a previous year to date sales analysis. So we will be writing a new calculation, but we will be using the same calculation, and we will be only using a small change. So I will duplicate this, and I will be editing this, and we will name this as previous year to date, okay, or last year. We can say last year sales analysis, current year sales analysis, whatever terminology you have to use, right? So now this will give us 2017, but now what we want here is we want the sales of last year. So what we will do, we will be only decreasing 1 year from this particular maximum year. So I will just decreasing -1, right? So this will give us the previous year to date sales, and I will click on OK, right? So now to get year on year sales, I will write a calculation for year on year sales as, let's name it as year on year sales. Then we will be using the formula as year to date sales, right? It is equal to year to date sales minus previous year to date sales, right? This is a ratio. We all know how to determine the year on year sales. Okay, I will put the bracket over here, and we will be dividing it by again previous year to date sales, right? So this is the ratio, right? So, and which will be giving us the percentage. I will click on OK again. I will put this into the details. We will again go to the title, and I will take to the next row, and from here we will take the sales, and we'll click on apply, right? So we have got the sales, all the values. So now just we will do some formatting here. So first upon, just we will label this particular spark line. So I will take the sum of sales, press control, and put it into the labels, right? So but labels, we want the most recent label. So I will just click on most recent, and I will change the font of this particular to, let's say, Tableau semi bold. Click on OK. Okay, so now we will design this particular thing. So for sales, we will put it into center, let it be 15. Then we will be using this Tableau bold, apply. Similarly for this particular thing, we will be using it as 20. We will be Tableau bold, center, apply. For this we will be using it as 12. We will be using it as Tableau bold, and we will change the color to red. Okay, so you can change your colors or terminologies, or fonts, whatever you require, right? Then I will click on apply. Okay, right? And we want here as versus previous year, apply. Okay, right? So now we will do some number formatting quickly. So I will just format the numbers from here, and not this one. This I will format this first. So let's make it as currency. So we will change the currency as to dollar, and we will display it into millions, right? Similarly, for year to date sales as well, we will change the currency from rupees to dollar, and we will display it into millions. So you can see 14.11. Respectively, we will change this to percentage. Okay, so we have got this percentage, right? So now next task is to add this particular up and down arrows, right? So if the sales are increasing with respect to previous year, then we want it as up arrow, and if it is decreasing, we want it as down arrow. So now for that, what we will do, we will write one calculations, and we will name it as year on year sales margin. Okay, and for this we will write a calculation, right? If year on year this particular that is sales percentage, if it is greater than 0, right, then we will be using as the up arrow. So now how to get that up arrow? So we will go in word, right? So this particular we will be getting in word file, right? So we will go in insert, and from here you will go into the symbols, and if you're not getting this up and arrow here, you will go in more symbols, and from here you will be finding it into geometric shapes and for font of Arial, right? And from here I will insert it, right? And I will take this as well, and I will insert it, right? We will close it. You can see both of these arrows are here. So now how we will be using those into Tableau, right? So if it is greater than 0, then obviously it is positive, so we will be using this one. I will copy it and I will put it into single quotes, or you can put it into double quotes as well, right? Else if the another condition satisfies this, if year on year sales is less than 0, right, then you will be using this one. That is, if it is less than 0, that is it means it is negative, so we will be using down arrow, right? So it is decreasing, and we will end this, right? So it is valid, so we will click OK, and I will put it again into the details, right? So again we will go into this particular thing, and we will add it before the sales, right? That is year on sales. So from here we will select the margin, we will give one space, we will apply. So here you can see our first KPI, that is sales KPI, has been designed, and this is very much important, guys. You can see the spark line and the KPIs, that is this particular values are designed in one and same particular sheets, right? So most of the people, what they do, they design this particular things in two different sheets. That the spark line will be designed in another sheet, and this KPI will be designed in another sheet. So what this does, it increases the number of sheet used, it increases the, or what we can say, decrease the performance on Tableau, right? So you can do it in one single sheet as well, right? So this is a very much good taking point, or taking trick from here for designing the KPIs with Sparkline, right? So now sales one is done. What we will do, we will go ahead and design the second one, that is profit KPI, right? So now once sales one is done, the profit one is very much easy, guys. Okay, so we will be using the same calculations again and again. So right, what we will do, the sales ELOD thing, the same calculations we will be using. So what I can do is I will just delete this, and I will duplicate this sheet. Okay, so we will be reducing our time. So with sales, I will name this as profit KPI. Profit, right? Okay, and what we have to do, just we have to replace from sales to profit, right? So we will take it as profit per order, and I will put it into here, right? And we will be removing these things. We don't want this here because we want it of profit, right? And from here we will all remove these things. This will be profit lie. Okay, right? So we will hide this. We don't want the headers. So we got the sparkline, just we have to design the KPIs, right? So now for this I will be using the same calculation which we have used for sales. Okay, so I will duplicate this, and we will be using, I will edit this, and we will just rename this, right? So instead of sales, I will be using your profit. Oops, profit, right? So instead of sales, everything will be same. Only instead of this particular measure, we will be using a profit here. This is profit per order. Simple. Okay. Okay. And similarly for year to date as well, I will edit this, and I will, sorry, not edit, I will first duplicate this, then we will edit this, and I will change this to profit. right? Similarly, from here we will change this measure to profit per order. All right. So then we will change the year on year as well. So we will duplicate this and we will edit this, and here we will be using profit, right? So we will be using a profit percentage because it is in percent, and instead of sales we will be using here a profit. Similarly, here we will be using profit here as well. All right. Okay, and for this also I will name it as percentage. All right. Okay. So now the next thing is we will just add all these things here. So I will just add it as profit. So here we will be taking year to date. I will put it into details. See, we want this as well. And all right. So we will be designing the margin as well, right? So this is year on year sales margin. We will duplicate this. We will edit this. And instead of sales, we will make it as profit. All right. So instead of sales, just we will be using here profit. See, once the calculation is done, the same calculations repeatedly they will be used for another KPIs. Just we have to change the measures, right? So first thing is important. Later on, they are just repetitive, right? We'll click on OK, and here as well we will put it into the details, right? So now we will start designing this. I will take it to new row. Then we will take sum of profit. Then we will be adding the margin, and in front of that we will be adding our profit percentage. All right. So now we'll just change this to 20 and this to 12, and we will make it as right. Apply. Okay. All right. Hope so. Here we have, see, if you are taking the sum of profit, it will be giving us the range. We don't want the range. We have taken the another field, so it should be year to date profit, right? So I will just delete this. Apply. Okay. All right. So now next we will just quickly do the number formatting here. All right. And first we will add the labels. Okay, so we have got the label here, that is we want the most recent year label. So we will first format these things. We will change the currency custom. We will change this to dollar, and we will display it into millions. All right. And we will change the font to bold. Not bold, we will change this to semi-bold. All right. Then we will change this as well, millions, and we'll change it to dollars. All right. For year on year as well, we will change it to percentage. All right. So you can see the percentage has been dropping by minus 0.46%. So we will get the down arrow here, right? So we'll give one space here. Okay. All right. So if it is dropping, it is negative, it will give us the down arrow, and it will be indicating that your profit has been decreasing with respect to last year, right? So in 2017, the profit has been gone down by 0.46% with respect to the profit which we got in 2016, right? So this gives us the overall business idea, or the stakeholders who will be seeing this dashboard, the clients, they will be getting the overall business idea, like whether they are in profit with respect to last year or they are in loss with respect to last year, right? So this is important, right? So now next is to determine the order quantity, right? So we will again duplicate this particular sheet, and we will name it as order quantity. All right. So now same things, just we will remove this. We don't want this particular things here, and here we will be taking as ordered quantity. So from here we will replace it by this, and we will be getting the order quantity. We will hide this, and from here we will remove this missing fields, and here we will name it as order quantity. Click on apply. Okay. All right. So now same things we have to repeat for the ordered quantity as well. So we will duplicate this, right, and we will edit, and we will name it as year to date quantity KPI, YLOD KPI. All right. So same LOD calculation we will be using, same, the logic will be same, only we will be changing the measure here, right? So we'll be using here order quantity. All right, hit OK. Okay, we have got this. Then for previous year to date also we will be edit this, and we will change the measure to order quantity. All right, hit OK. Oh, cheat. We will change this to order quantity. I've just undone the things, right? We will do this. Why I did this? Because we have changed the original calculation instead of duplicating it, right? So quantity LOD, right? So now for previous year, first I will duplicate and then I will change, because if you are changing the original calculation, all the other KPIs will change, right? So I will edit this and previous year to says previous year to date quantity LOD. All right, and we will change this measure to order quantity. Hit OK. Right, we will change the year on year as well. Margin, we will first duplicate here as well. First we will duplicate and then we will edit this, and we will be using here quantity, right? So instead of sales, we will be using here quantity LOD. Similarly here as well, here as well. We will hit OK and we will edit this as well. Here we will put, all right. So just repetitive calculations are there, guys. And once one calculation you have done, like the way you have designed the sales KPI, the other things are very much easy to design, right? So we can see this is done, and now we will start designing our things, right? So we will take this and put it into details. We want the quantity, not this one, the quantities, and then year to date quantity. All right. So now we will take our first is what, year to date quantity LOD. Then we want the margin, and then we want the percentage increase. All right, we will hit apply and you can see we have got these things. And first now we will change the font quickly, and this will be red and it will be 12, and we will just give one space here. Okay, all right. So now also we have to add it here versus previous year. Okay, so why we will apply use we will be using this to the other sheets as well. Okay, so this indicates that it has been increased by 15% with respect to previous year, right? So just for understanding purpose, we have adding this particular texture. And now we will add the labels as well. So you can see the label has been added at the end. And very important tip, guys, like we have to change the tool tips here, right? So proper tool tip is very much important. The unnecessary things you can remove from here. For now I am not doing anything changes here. So later, if you want, you can do the changes, right? I'm not wasting much time on that. All right, now what we will do, we will change the formattings, right? So I will make it as currency custom. I just want here number. All right, so and I will display it into K, up to, yeah, we can show it up to this. And on font I will use it as Tableau semi bold. All right, so you can see I've got the thing, right? For the year on year quantity, for these things, no, for this I will change, right? So from number, it is year on year, so I will make it as percentage. Oops, all right. Let's do these things again. This one, we will change the currency. I will just put here, see, orders. I'll be adding it as a number, right? And I will not add any decimal points here. All right, so we will be using hashtag for showing it is in the form of numbers, right? And for this I will be using as percentage. All right, so similarly we will change here as well. Previous year, for here it is remaining, that is versus previous year. All right, Okay, so you can see we have designed all these KPIs, right? So if you can see in this particular thing, we have designed these three KPIs, all right, and half of our part has been finished for this, because this KPIs design is very much important. What calculations we are using? Once this is designed, these two are very much easy. We just have to change the measures and spark lines, right? The next we will be designing this particular chart, that is market share by sales, and it is a donut chart, which is the advanced version of we can say pie chart, which will be designed custom, or which will be build customized in Tableau software, right? So let's see how we can prepare this particular chart. So we will take a new sheet and we will name it as market share, market share by sales. All right. So now, so for this, we will be needing two accesses, right? So we will double click in columns and we will take it as average of 0. You can take minimum of 1 as well. So we have created one axis, we will take another one and we will make it as average of 0. So you can see there are two accesses created, and for these two accesses we have two marks card here, right? So now in both them we will or in all, first we will make it as pie chart. So it will be giving us a pie chart in both the what we can say axes or the marks card, right? So now next task is to take the market and we will put it into the colors of first one, right? So for first axis, that is for first marks card, we will take it and put it into the colors, right? You can see it is divided into the colors, but it is giving us the same angle, so we will have to divide it into with respect to the sales, and we have to take here the year to date sales, right? So now I will take, we already have determined the year to date sales LOD, and when I take it and put it into the angle, you can see the angle have been not been changed. So now we will see why it is not changing. So I will take another sheet for you to explain this, and I will take the market and I will put it into the rows, and I will take the year to date sales and I will put it into the text, right? So you can see the fixed LOD, the calculation which we have used for this particular what we can say formula, or for this particular field to determine year to date sales, we have used the fixed LOD calculation. And when you know, fixed LOD calculation is independent of visualization, and it shows the values, or its value is calculated at database level, right? And it shows the value, that is complete value for all the markets, and it is giving us the wrong result. So we will have to use a new calculation here, and I will name it as only year to date sales, right? So this is very much important, guys. The sales LOD calculation we are not using here, so we will be writing a symbol calculation, that is if year of order date, right? If year of order date is equal to year of, is equal to the maximum year, right? We have to take the maximum year. If your data is live, that is for current year, you can take it year of today, but we are using a historical data, so we will take a max function here, and we will be fixing it over the max, or we will be fixing it to data source level. So we are using the curly brackets here, and we will be using here year of order date, right? So we will be using maximum year of order date. Oh, order date, right? And we will close this curly bracket, and then we want sales. All right, so we have got the sales here, so there is an error and end is remaining, so we will end this, right? So we have got this. So now what we do, we will take this into visualization. You can see the respective sales are given to the respective markets, and this is the correct one, right? So we will be not using the LOD calculation which we used to design the KPIs, right? So now we will go back to our sheet. I will delete this, and instead of taking this, I will take the new calculation which we have done, that is year to date sales, and I will put it into the angle. So you can see the angle has been changed now, right? So now what next we have to do is we have to overlap these two particular pie charts to make it as a donut chart. So how we can do, we will right click here and we will make it a dual axis, right? So now for first one, I will just make it a little bigger. All right. Then we will make it as entire view, and for this we will just increase the side a little bit, and we want to make this white, so we will change the color of this two particular white. All right. So now these are the markets, and now we will label this, right? So what we will do, I will just press control and then I will put it into the labels, right? So you can see the sales, we are getting here the sales, but we want the percentage, right? So what we will do, I will just right click on this particular sum of year to date sales, which is in text column, and we will add a quick table calculation, that is percentage of total. So we have got here percentage of total, and I will take the market and I will put it into the labels. Okay, so I will just change the labels and I will take market up. All right, we will add the market at top, control V, center, and we will make it as semi-bold. Apply. Okay. All right. So we have got the market. So I will just take it a little lower. So is it overlapping somewhere? And this is USP, and I will take Africa a little here. All right. So we have got this donut chart. All right. So this USA, it is taking very much a little share where somewhere here, right? So if you want, you can show it in donut chart. Or if you want, you can show it into the pie chart as well. Sorry, the bar chart as well. Right. So values are important to be seen. Perfect. So now we will format the sheet. We will remove the from here. We will remove this particular lines. We don't want this as well. So we will hide this, we will hide this as well, and from grid lines, from columns, we don't want this as well. Sheet, we want the zero lines. Oh, perfect. All right. So this is now neat and clean. And now here we want the total sales, right? So what we will do, we will take the year-to-date sales on the second mark chart, right? That is of this one, and we will put it into the label. So we have got this, and we will just format this quickly. So we will make it as currency custom, and I will add this to dollars and millions. Right, and we will just make it as semi-bold. All right, and we will add here at the label as year-to-date sales. So apply. Okay. Right. So now this is the pie chart which we have got, guys. Right. So now you can see here what this indicates that out of this total 14.11 million sales of this particular year, that is year to date sales of 2017, Europe is contributing 43% of this total. Right. So in this way we can read this chart. All right. So this is what the donut chart we have designed. The next chart and the complete design of dashboard, we will see that in the second part of the video. So if you have got the knowledge, if you have liked the video, so till then please like, share and subscribe the channel, and see you in the next part. Thank you.